Dave's here doing some chipping today, so we'll see how he gets on. Fingers crossed, chipper works faultless today. Concrete wagon's here now and Richard, and we are putting this other slab in. But because we've not done the pipe work for this next bay, we've made like a little small shutter so that we can run the other pipes into it, because we've got to take another 2 that way and then 2 up the stairs as well. So we're just going to get this in here now. Just load it in the Merlot bucket so we can boom it across, so we don't have to rake it from one end to the other. No matter where you stand when you're concreting, you always get splashed on your face. I'm like, what, 12 foot away? We're a bit worried that the chipper will be blowing dust on the concrete today, but it's actually really still at the moment. So we're just tamping it in now. Only another bucket full maybe left to go in. Just been carrying these buckets and I didn't know that the bottom one was full of water. It's all wet now. Thought I'd wet myself. Just leaked all over me. What do you think of it? Dave's chipping away. It's coming out of the belt pretty good. That'll do. That sounds like something metal. It was so wet yesterday, the water was actually running off that field that they wanted to dig a trench to stop the 4x4s going in. So I'm going to go up now with the Merlot and do it. 16 weeks and she can sit already.
Well, she can track, she can search a building, she can do a standoff. She's sorry, sit.
I was in control the whole time, mate. Tom was my witness.
Get one.
Yeah. Hello, you. Oh, another stretch.
Too small that cage for you now, sweetie, isn't it? Too small.
Yeah, they've been pushing these blocks, so I'm just going to dig a trench so it's like a hump, so they'll get grounded on the top of it. I know you can buy all sorts of different concrete things, but they're obviously expensive, whereas this is, you know, free. Bit of diesel. There we go. Looks a little bit like Beecher's Brook. I think I might have to make a bit of a channel though, because all the water off the motorway is flooding the field there, and then it's been flowing down out into the road and then down the grid over there. So now I've done that, it's going to obviously keep it in the field, so just have to make a little bit of a groove. Just block that gateway up as well with a few tyres. I just thought I'd show you this. This is a cover crop all in flower now, which is good because it's obviously providing pollinators at a time of year when there isn't normally any pollinators. Big tidy up here. They're just sweeping up all the bits of rubbish on this bit of yard, ready for doing this last section of concreting. So just after dinner now, concrete's going off nicely, so hopefully we'll be able to easy float it before it goes dark. I bought this the other week and it is good, but I'll just flick it over. See these screws stick out a little bit, so we're gonna have to just maybe tighten them up or smooth them off. You get little lines in the concrete from the screws. We thought it was where we'd tamped it, but it's not. I've got a meeting now with the police about the track run on the 19th. As soon as we can sort out the numbers and the route, then we can start letting people know how to apply to get some space on it. There we go. So that for a beast. BMW and off-road tyres. So Griffo's been here from the police. Another guy, forgot his name really badly, despite him being someone's brother-in-law that I know. But we've been looking. Sorry, this screen is rubbish. Hold on. We'd originally planned, because of the World Cup final, to have the track to run on the 19th, which was a Monday night. The problem is with this, the council and the people that run the buses and all that kind of thing aren't too happy, and also because of where they have a tunnel underneath the River Mersey, and when the cars come out of the tunnel, they have to keep coming out the tunnel. You can't queue in the tunnel because it runs out of oxygen, the ventilation won't keep up. And with it being on a weekday night when there could be Christmas shoppers, there's a chance that it could start to back up within the tunnel, which is obviously dangerous. So they would prefer it to be on a Sunday. But unknown to us at the time when we moved it to a Monday, the World Cup final kickoff is now 3 o'clock, not 4 or 5. So that means that we can go back to the original night that we've always done it, which is the last Sunday before Christmas, and still go ahead with it and not avoid all these problems in the tunnel, commuter traffic mixed with late night shopping traffic. Last year it got really late, the end of it. We set off quite late, and by the time we got back it was even later. Well, we've tweaked the route through the city centre. Whereas we used to go and do quite a big loop, we're now actually just going to go a different route, but slower, through a more sort of pedestrianised area where people can spectate better. But that will save us 45 minutes as well. If we get the food bank drop off in Stanley Park a little bit better, we can probably save another 15 minutes then. So combine all that together, it shouldn't be a late event, despite setting off after the football should be finished. Even if it goes into extra time, is the plan. So it's looking like that. I know I've been saying it's Monday the 19th of December for the last 6 to 8 weeks. It is looking like it's going to be now be the 18th, Sunday the 18th of December. So we've got another meeting now with the council on Zoom and everyone else, and the ambulance and the fire brigade and the Bursley bus travel, or whatever they call themselves. Hopefully as soon as we can this week, or early next week, to confirm absolutely everything. But yeah, so sorry about that, but it is looking like it will be the Sunday, not the Monday. But keep watching this space for more to come. Loads of people asking how they can book on. We haven't opened the bookings yet because we're just trying to make sure that we can get the maximum number of tracks as possible. So we're requesting 120 this year. I don't think they're going to let us have that many, but as soon as we know what numbers we're allowed, it should be a little bit easier because we tweaked the route. But they've also had a couple of staff retire, so that makes it difficult having enough bikes. As soon as we know that, I'll let you know. But yeah, people keep texting me, when's it open for bookings? Very soon, just not yet. Look how spick and span all that looks now, apart from that concrete's all cracked up. No green left really. They've absolutely smashed the pile today, and now we've just got a nice big pile of wood chip over there. Andrew's floated that with the Easy Float, so it's looking pretty shiny, pretty flat now. So we've just got one more bay to go. The nights are really pulling in now. You can even see the moon. I'm gonna quickly do the birthday bumper before it goes dark. Again, I say this every night and I get sidetracked on my way over to it. Andrew's put an air on Nemo. Sounds like a cruise ship. Need Andrew with the torch because it's a big one. Before we go any further, £15,034. So George Vanstone 60, Toby Hodges 11, Tom Deister, Neil Baskett, Rebecca Hinson Spiller, and Stuart's 40. Have I said Connor Kelly? Can't remember. Happy birthday everyone on there, and anyone whose birthday it isn't. And thanks Andrew for holding the torch. Talking of air-ons, do we put the musical ones on this, or do we put the musical ones on the fast track, or do we put them on the 936 ready for the track run? Let me know. It's going to come round pretty quick because it's obviously November already and it's not long till December, so we need to get organised. We need to sort the mudguard out because the mudguard's missing the other side. We need to get that put on before that. Otherwise, putting the lights on will be difficult to get them symmetrical because obviously there's a mudguard there and then this side there isn't. So we've got the plastic bit, but the framework was 340 quid, so we thought we'd make it. But looking at it now, it's actually quite substantial, that steel work. And there's a little bit more to it than I thought. Maybe we have a go, and if we can't get there, then we give up. But hopefully we can bend it if we can find a tube the right size. We'll have to have a look and see. 1690 update. It's just all washed off, ready to take the gearbox out. So apparently we can take the top off the gearbox. I think it splits there. And then the box then sits inside this casting. And we can get that out without actually having to split the tractor. I'm not sure if we have to take the diesel tanks off, but let's face it, they're not very big. I'll put my foot next to it for scale. And then, yeah, get that out and get that repaired, refurbished, whatever we need to do. And then we can then start painting it and putting it back together. Just looking at the Easy Flow that we've do the concrete with. And I think what the problem is, I think the little holes in the Allen keys fill up with concrete, and then that then makes it so it puts lines in it. It's a bit annoying. Probably be better taking them out and then welding them on. Then you probably have to fill the holes in and smooth it off perhaps. Maybe with some like car body filler or something. Someone said yesterday in the comments that we haven't done the cool wall for ages, and we haven't. I keep forgetting. Maybe we need to Azerion. So I'll print out a picture of Azerion for, hopefully for tomorrow. And where should it go? It's got to be down this end, cool or Sub-Zero. Let me know in the comments. Well, it's gone dark outside. I just thought I'd quickly show you this. So this was the old route, which was this blue, where we did a loop inside the city and out and back down to the farm after we'd been to Stanley Park. But what we're going to try and do this year is change it slightly, because that was a bit more of a business district. So we're going to come a bit more through a residential road that's a bit wider, come in the top, and then come down the Strand in the opposite direction, and then out, tweak it slightly here so we avoid one of the hospitals that's having problems at the moment. But we'll also go past a different hospital over here, then back to the original route, and then we're going to change it slightly here, because when we come down this bit, because it's golf courses and parks, it's quite dark and there's not really much residential to come and look, because it's like the back of these houses. We're going to come down this road instead, which is more residential, plus you've got shops and restaurants along here, and then back to the original route again. So that we've got to get it all confirmed with the city council, but that's the plan. Anyway, that is all for today. Don't forget, if you made it this far, click like, especially for the fact that we've raised 15,000. Not me, all you guys that are watching have done it. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the donations. And it's Friday tomorrow, so I'll see you tomorrow.